It's 1984. Ryanair, a small Irish airline, takes off for the first time, aiming to break into the competitive aviation market. They've got one plane, a dream, and a business model that involves undercutting everyone else. Fast forward to today, Ryanair is Europe's largest budget airline, flying millions of passengers every year. But don't let the low prices fool you. Behind the cheap flights and no-frills promise, being Ryanair is no walk in the park. Here's why it sucks to be Ryanair. First up, the reputation. Let's be real. Ryanair isn't exactly known for luxury. When you think Ryanair, you think cramped seats, endless fees, and passengers sprinting to their gate like it's the Olympics. Being Ryanair means constantly being the punchline of every budget travel joke. And then there are the fees. Oh, the fees. Want to check a bag? That'll cost you. Forgot to print your boarding pass? Pay up. Thinking about bringing a carry-on? Better think again unless you're willing to cough up for priority boarding. Ryanair's entire business model revolves around luring you in with cheap tickets and then nickel and dimming you until you're practically paying first-class prices for an economy experience. Let's talk about the customer service, or lack thereof. Ryanair has been repeatedly criticized for its no refunds, no exceptions policy. Missed your flight? Too bad. Complaints about delays? Take a number. If customer service were a competition, Ryanair would be playing for last place. Being Ryanair means weathering storms of angry tweets and scathing reviews on a daily basis. Speaking of delays, let's address the punctuality issue. Ryanair loves to brag about being Europe's most on-time airline, but passengers often tell a different story. Delays are part of the Ryanair experience, whether it's due to weather, air traffic control, or the fact that the airline squeezes as many flights as possible into one day. It's like playing Tetris, except the pieces are flights, and they don't always fit. Oh, and the seating arrangements? Want to sit next to your travel buddy? That'll be an extra fee. Ryanair's random seat allocation is designed to separate groups and families, encouraging them to pay extra to stay together. It's like a game of musical chairs, but with more frustration and less music. And then there's the cabin experience. Ryanair's planes are basically flying advertisements. From the overhead bins to the seatbacks, every surface is covered in ads. Need a break? Too bad, because the flight attendants will be coming through the aisle to sell you scratch cards, snacks, and overpriced bottled water. Flying Ryanair feels less like travel and more like being trapped in a mall with wings. Let's not forget the environmental criticism. Ryanair claims to be Europe's greenest airline, but environmental groups have raised eyebrows at that claim. Budget airlines are notorious for prioritizing profits over sustainability, and Ryanair is no exception. Being Ryanair means constantly defending yourself against accusations of being a carbon-spewing machine. And then there's the labor relations. Ryanair has a long history of disputes with its staff, from pilots to cabin crew. Strikes, protests, and walkouts have plagued the airline for years. Being Ryanair means navigating a minefield of unhappy employees and last-minute cancellations that leave passengers stranded. Speaking of cancellations, let's talk about the chaos. Ryanair is infamous for last-minute flight cancellations, often blaming operational reasons or staff shortages. For passengers, it's a nightmare. For Ryanair, it's just another day in the life of a budget airline. And then there's the seating comfort, or lack thereof. Ryanair seats are notorious for being cramped, hard, and barely reclining. It's the kind of experience that makes you question your life choices while staring at the seat back that's 2 inches from your face. Flying Ryanair is a test of endurance. Let's not overlook the competition. Ryanair may dominate the budget airline market, but competitors like EasyJet and Wizz Air are constantly snapping at their heels. Staying ahead in the world of cheap flights means constantly slashing prices and finding new ways to cut costs, which only adds to the pressure. Oh, and the destinations. Ryanair is famous for flying to secondary airports, which are often an hour or more away from the city you think you're visiting. Paris? Try Beauvais. Milan? Welcome to Bergamo. Ryanair's marketing might say Rome, but your GPS will say otherwise. And how about the PR disasters? From CEO Michael O'Leary's controversial comments to the airline's unapologetic approach to customer complaints, Ryanair is no stranger to bad press. Being Ryanair means constantly putting out PR fires while trying to keep ticket prices low. Speaking of O'Leary, let's talk about leadership. The man is a marketing genius, but also a lightning rod for controversy. His brash style and off-the-cuff remarks often make headlines, and not always for the right reasons. Being Ryanair means living in the shadow of a CEO who's as polarizing as the airline itself. And let's not forget the passengers. Budget airlines attract all kinds of travelers, from backpackers to stag parties. Ryanair flights are often chaotic, with passengers racing to board, arguing over baggage fees, and generally making the cabin crew's job a nightmare. Being Ryanair means dealing with the unpredictability of human behavior at 30,000 feet. Oh, and the infamous fast turnaround. Ryanair's business model depends on quick turnarounds to maximize profits. But this means cleaning, refueling, and boarding passengers in record time. Sometimes it works. Other times, it leaves passengers wondering if their tray table was ever wiped down. And then there's the ever-changing policies. Ryanair is notorious for tweaking its rules, whether it's about baggage sizes or check-in times. Keeping up with the latest policies feels like cramming for a pop quiz every time you fly. For passengers, it's frustrating. For Ryanair, it's just another way to stay efficient. Let's talk about the scratch cards. Ryanair is one of the few airlines where flight attendants try to sell you lottery tickets mid-flight. It's a quirky revenue stream, but also a constant reminder that every moment on a Ryanair flight is a sales opportunity. It's like being at a theme park, where every ride ends in a gift shop. And let's not overlook the food and drink situation. Ryanair's in-flight menu is basically a masterclass in upselling. Want a coffee? That'll cost you. A sandwich? Hope you brought your credit card. It's not just a meal, it's an investment. Despite all this, Ryanair keeps flying forward. They're expanding their routes, adding new planes, and finding new ways to squeeze every penny out of a flight. But with every innovation comes new challenges. Being Ryanair might look profitable on paper, but behind the scenes, it's a constant battle to keep the wheels off the ground. And then there's the unbeatable prices narrative. Sure, Ryanair offers cheap tickets, but by the time you add up all the fees, you're left wondering if it was worth it. The promise of low fares often feels like a bait and switch, leaving passengers frustrated and broke. And let's not forget the security theater. Ryanair's strict baggage policies mean passengers are often seen frantically repacking their bags at the gate to avoid extra fees. It's a stressful spectacle that turns boarding into a public shaming session. So there you have it. Behind the low fares and cheeky marketing, Ryanair is a company juggling angry passengers, unhappy employees, and a mountain of criticism. Next time you book a cheap flight, just remember, somewhere out there, Ryanair is trying to keep costs low while dealing with more drama than a reality TV show. And that, my friends, is why it sucks to be Ryanair.